Yeah, so I mean, uh, personally, I do have other reasons. Like privacy is certainly important. Um, but yeah, another reason that I would like want to be able to run a local model um, is that you can't turn it off at a certain level. It's just imagine what happens. Let's say you're paying like $10 a month for some API, but your credit card doesn't pay some month for some reason, and it's just like randomly you're cut off now. Um, Imagine that happened with the electricity or with your water supply or something like that. It would feel pretty dire. And I think in the near future, or your internet access for that matter, or your cell phone, whatever, it's something you got to solve immediately. Um, and I think that access to AI is going to end up being kind of like a utility where it'll be intolerable for it to be off, so to speak, for any period of time. And so that's not the world we live in just yet, but I think we're going to be there pretty soon. And the idea of that utility capacity being in data centers, that you have to pay to access and that you could be like stopped from accessing has the same kind of almost like when we talk about water, we almost and food, the conversation can even get into like human rights, and it's like water is so essential to life that it's morally wrong to prevent someone from getting access to water. I think language models, just AI writ large, will eventually be a utility like that. Um, but the world we live in right now, there's a different reason why I like the idea, at least, of local models, and that's that for the purposes of like wasteful experimentation, for the purposes of just like wanting to feel uninhibited in experimenting with language models. Um, you gotta not care about your API budget. I mean, if you're gonna just do something like, I don't know, have your language model read a book, and then for whatever reason you want to send it to read all the books of Project Gutenberg, which is an open text library with like thousands, tens of thousands of books in it. If you just casually get like Claude Opus 4.6 to do that, it'll cost you thousands of dollars in API credits. So if you have an experiment that's based on reading books, if you just have an idea, you want to test it, you're like, well, what if a language model did get familiar with a corpus of books? That's cost prohibitive with certain language models, with certain ways of using language models. And if you want to experiment, if you want to be free, essentially, to do things that could be seen as frivolous, like wasteful, I'm not gonna actually budget for these kinds of silly experiments. But you imagine a more serious experiment also. But for the purposes of just like hacking around, like just messing around, the economics of running a local model mean that you're free to do whatever experimentation you can imagine.